Hello, you are not alone, tubers. And welcome back to C-Team tackles another large shot-down cruiser. Uh-oh. Hades is down to 0 Ankylo points. Oh dear. I guess it doesn't go negative. We've learned something today. That's what happens when chat gets uppity. Ankylo giveth and the Ankylo taketh away. So, today's mission, C-Team, you know, probably will survive. We've got a civilian mission, so we're expecting flyers, snipers, and some lizards. Don't worry, Hades, you have this music to console you. Unsubscribes. Well, that's your option. Anyone can unsubscribe at any time. It's a fair and just Ankylo world where anyone can join or leave at their own. Oh, this is a long way down. Pretty narrow starting loadout here. See, it's a very caring community. I mean, yeah. If you guys weren't here earlier, he did bet all his points away. So. Fella's giving away all his Ankylo points. Fella, you didn't see what happened earlier. It's all good. We'll figure something out later on. The Ankylo economy's running rampant. We found our new point sink. We just, every now and then, someone loses 10,000 Ankylo points, and then everyone else helps donate to keep the bank funded. All right, music might have been a little bit loud. I think it takes 10 minutes for the bot to recycle the name of the Ankylo that you've turned into. So if it displays the wrong rank for the points, it's only temporary. It only updates that once every 10 minutes, if I understand. Alright. Well, we're almost at the bottom here. I don't want to send Big Mohammed too much further. So we got a doctor over here. Somebody called the doctor. I guess someone called the doctor, to be fair. Oh, look at this C-Team using, like, tier 1 weapons? Ooh. What am I doing? Alright, but we have the old antimatter minigun in the back trick. Works every time. Never seen that fail. Just keep deleting his points. We're gonna need a stimulus pack here for all the people donating to Hades. We need to take out some Ankylo bonds. Alright, that was a fine turn. Let's see. Kind of got this narrow road with the grass cover. I know there... Actually, what I should be doing is throwing some grenades up here. I know there's a flying sniper up in that house. Let's toss some grenades over there. You guys like to see things light on fire. I like to see things light on fire. There he is. Okay, let's get Fella. Look, Fella, you're even on this mission. Great time to be alive. Unfortunately, you don't have a cool minigun, but maybe one day. Oh, Almiron. 1 TU short. Alright, well, Epsilon's gonna have to kill this guy then. Not quite. Close, though. How about Dimitri? He's got enough time units to move and shoot. Or get shot. Same difference. This is also the only team that has dual antimatter miniguns. So that's got to count for something. No top 20. Yeah, I have to make those commands by hand, so... I'd have to make a different command for every one. For every different top number. If there was... I think I was trying to find a way where you could use the number as an option that you pass to it. But that wasn't working so well. So you could have top any number. But I think it's the way it posted into the chat. Don't worry about that. Nothing happening in the background. Nothing to see here. Okay. Focus on your game, Blue. People could be dying. That was just the sound of my world crumbling. No, I just knocked something over on the table. Oh, we got a zombie over there. Let's send some reinforcements down this way. Big Muhammad's a little bit, lonely over there. There's clearly some Reapers, so we should probably be a bit smart. Maybe back up. Most of my troops are still back in this corner. If Robert was a mod, he would be fair and balanced. Careful what you wish for, actually. Blame Ankylo Cat? No, he's being good. All the noises woke him up, but he's behaving himself. Alright, so that's going to be a tank, I think. Siege Tank 04 that never got a real name can probably handle one tank. Apparently the tank has way more range than he does. Stupid aliens and their cheating long vision. Cheating aliens. Alright, there's got to be a Reaper over here. Or, well, yeah, okay, zombie would count. So I think this is probably the time for fire. Yeah, it's a good time for fire. What we'll do instead is shoot a hole in the wall and toss a incendiary grenade over. You know, it's for the greater good. This farmer's just going to turn into a Reaper. He survived the... You should be... Either run away or burn. I don't care. But don't turn into a Reaper. It's a penalty. It's a fate worse than death. And there's definitely a couple civilians back there. Okay, we got the Harridan up there. We'll start moving up a little bit here. We do have a lot of power armor, of course, which is pretty fun. If I shoot a hole through this grass, we'll be able to, continue our forward momentum. Oh yeah, we've also got the flying scout too. Well, we also can't have like 90% of the viewers be mods. We need more viewers before we need to add more mods. It's just, So one farmer turned into a Reaper already. I think technically we have 3 mods right now. There he is. Well, this Reaper did a good job. You know, I could have put the tank behind the Reaper. Maybe the enemy tank would have hit his friend. That would have been neat. Oh, good. More tanks. And more civilians. Okay. Don't forget, this is still a large UFO. Itself. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the other Reaper 6. Not ideal. We got 1. Come on, guys. There we go. 2. Helping to turn the tides. I guess we'll take the shot. Civilians are pretty resistant to kinetic damage. This should open up the wall a bit. Well, that killed a surprise. King Dimitri, look at that. That was pretty awesome. That's what we want from you guys. More antimatter miniguns for everyone. Still didn't quite kill the civilian, but hey man, we killed a surprise Harridan in the wings. Not bad. And I guess, you know, got all these people with miniguns. One more. Daka Daka Daka. At least he's suppressed. Okay, let's send Soltrez to back up the tank. I feel a little bit bad. Found something else. Don't worry about that guy. He's just an operator. Okay. If the Reaper comes towards him, he can axe it or something. It's probably going to fight with the tank anyway. Oof. Siege tanks maybe having a rough time. Maybe expected a bit too much out of him. So it seemed like the Reaper was doing more damage than their tank. Get rid of him first. Then we start chewing through their tank. Sorry, Chrono Cross. No singing aloud. Now we do have a shock rifle. Let's see. I think we're gonna let Soltrez try to finish this tank off. From here. It's probably not gonna work. 2 hits isn't bad, but not enough damage. Okay, we'll just crouch down, smaller profile. There's still that jerk civilian up there. Maybe we'll just shoot back that direction. I'm pretty sure we hit it a couple times. Yeah, there he is. Even suppressed. And dead. Okay, that took a lot of fire. That was some serious Daka, but we got him. Meanwhile, there is a guy, like, right there. I guess the easiest way will be to just burn him. Probably want a little bit more space. He did. Now there's a tank over here, and there might be another civilian somewhere behind these walls. So I might have put Yellow Yoshi in a bit of a bad spot. Lots of dead farmers. There's still probably more Reapers out there, too. Why don't we, try to open this up a little bit here. It's just gonna hit right there. That's as far as we can throw. Well, we know where the tank is. Not too bad. Commence the minigunnering. Kind of surprised they haven't actually defeated it yet. Some very jazzy Chrono Trigger. I like this one. Well, let's see if we can blow this tank up. It's the tankiest dang tank that ever tanked. When did we get portable nukes like Starship Troopers? Well, the closest to that is going to be like the highest tech that we have access to rockets. The plasma rockets are pretty darn explosive. But we will eventually get like fusion tech and stuff like that. Yeah, I tried. Oh, I forgot about Sarius back here. Seems like I always forget one person in the back. Maybe he takes a long shot, kills it. Just about killed his friend instead. I guess I don't respect these tanks very much. I don't think they've ever killed anybody, as far as I can tell. Dangerous. I guess Sotraz did take a hit from the tank and is bleeding out. So I should be careful here. Let's get him out of there. See, I'm a kind Ankylo. Looking after my viewers. Even healing them. I could be far harsher, I'm sure. I treat my... You know, I think a lot of players that play these XCOM-alikes, I bet you they treat their guys a lot worse than I do. As expendable as you all are, I genuinely try to keep you alive. Okay, so. The minigun front is doing fine. Let's get Yoshi out of there for now. Or at least somewhat out of there. We've got Big Muhammad kind of hiding in the corner. Oh, look, he found somebody. I wonder if we can grenade that dude. It's a bit of a throw. We can probably move a couple tiles closer. 12%, Well, 44% is probably good enough. Look at that. Look at that. Big Muhammad knowing how to throw grenades. Good job, dude. Broke Ankylo. That's probably the name for 0 points. I like that. I'll have to update the chat bot. Broke Ankylo. Gambled it all away. Gambled Ankylo. I don't know, something like that. Okay, the zombie, you know, doing zombie stuff. Right, but you'd rather be Glitter Ankylo, so you have to work your way up to Glitter Ankylo. You gotta save those points to become the Glitter Ankylo. You can't gamble them away. Alright, let's pull back a little bit here. And I think there's a reasonable chance Almiron can kill this guy. He should be weaker to bullets than to energy. Or not. What do I know? I don't know anything about this game. Reaper over there. We might be able to kill him. Well, we might be able to damage him a bit anyway. That was a pretty good volley there, King Dimitri. Yeah, the tank... tanks know how to handle zombies, that's for sure. Alright, well, I would say... Dimitri had a much better shot there than Epsilon did. This is the C team, yeah. They're doing okay. Hey, another dead Reaper. Sweet. Alright. So, shock damage. I hear it's alright. Come on, Soltrez. Finish this thing. Not enough. At least I can get you into cover now. Alright, surely that tank's nearly dead. These must be the strongest defensively of all the vehicles. Let's try some more grenades. Big Mohammed, good at grenades and good at probing. It's two specialties. Let's get this gun picked up and start sending some backup over to Big Mohammed. Well, we'll keep the power armor in front. Okay, kill tank, kill civilian, then we move forward. Also, this house just keeps getting full of enemies, so we want to keep an eye on this barn house thing. Alright, how about tank finally gets a kill, maybe? Wow, another 300 damage and it's still standing. There we go. Finally goes down. He put up a good fight. Meanwhile, how about civilian on fire? Do you think he died? Or is he just waiting to shoot us in the back? Yeah, just waiting to shoot us in the back. Too bad for him. We could actually shoot him in the back. Alright. Good ambush, everybody. This field still needs to burn down. I don't see enough fire over there. Walking through these are just so annoying, so that'll be helpful. Alright, time to move up. So we can see the entrance. Unfortunately, this house is another hot spot for villainy. Be nice to have someone with a sniper rifle maybe back here. Just depends on if we can find someone up, because this is the one that has that weird tower. I guess what I should do is bring the guy with the rockets, which is of course on the other side of the map. This might be a really good rocket sort of tower to take out. There could be nothing up there, but it's hard to say. We'll let this siege tank check out that back section. More Final Fantasy X. Cool, cool. I'm not sure I've heard this song before. Kind of want to just blow this house up entirely. It's tempting. When is the FF7 LP? We were talking about that a few streams ago. I'm not in a rush. I'm not sure exactly how I want to handle it, basically. The trouble with FF7 is, I think I said before, the graphics get outdated really bad. Early PS1 era games, 3D games anyway, definitely have not aged particularly well. So it's hard to make it look very nice, which is, you know, not a big deal. It's not always the end of the world, but you know, that's a factor. And it's long. Like, I don't want to mess it up because it's going to be a very long Let's Play. The story's pretty complicated. The Steam version of the Final Fantasy games has traditionally been kind of garbage. I haven't tested them all, and I think I've heard good things about Final Fantasy X at least. But a lot of them are just PC ports of the phone port of the GBA port or the PSP port. So you get a lot of like phone style controls and graphics and bad, just, it's not the same as the original game. But that's what you get on Steam, for some of them anyway. So seeing as we asked a little bit about, you know, nukes or mini nukes, we're going to set up a plasma rocket here for Sotraz. Oh, there's lots of games that were fine at the time and look bad now. It's not a critique on the game itself, it's just a matter of PS1 and some PS2, especially earlier games, they just, they didn't age very well. They were fine when they came out, but they just don't hold up the same. Ah, we're back to Invincible Wall. That's my other favorite thing. Alright, Big Mohammed. Just don't die in there, buddy. It looks suspiciously empty. It's basically, it's easier to stretch like sprite-based games into modern 1080p. You can put filters on them if you want that sometimes work okay, and you know, it's not too hard. Like they don't lose a lot of fidelity in the transition from like CRT to LCD. But the early polygon graphics, they can struggle. But yeah, basically FF7, I do need to Let's Play it one of these days. The other problem, I suppose, is just a matter of I have got so many games I'd like to Let's Play. Picking the next one is getting kind of difficult, because there's a lot of ongoing series that I'd also like to continue. It's getting to be near about time that I do another of my old Gold Box series games, probably the Kryn series or something like that. I've been meaning to continue my just general Dungeons and Dragons games in general. I'd like to get to actually like Baldur's Gate and all that one of these days. A lot of, I would say, probably a majority of my viewers came from Might and Magic 6 and similar titles, like the older Final Fantasies and Might and Magic 6. So trying to get more old school games, PC or console, is probably a good idea. But yeah, I need a not stream game. I need to get back at it. I need to take some days off of streaming. And I need to finish up Shining Force CD, because I started that Let's Play and I haven't finished it yet. And we do need to get back to Xenogears one day, but that's another gigantic RPG. Tim came for the XCOM. Yeah, well, when I say a majority of my overall subscribers, you know, there's many, many different people from different games. But I think we've got more FF Might Magic style viewers than pretty much anything else. But I would say the XCOM likes are not too far behind. People tend to follow more... People tend to find my channel more from the other, like, more popular games rather than the smaller games. Like, I did cover, like, Lufia 2 not all that long ago, which is another awesome Super Nintendo era JRPG, but it's also a bit more niche. Not as many people know about it. So, less people, like, search for it and find my channel via stuff like that. So, if I care about channel size, I have to try to stick to slightly more popular games. At least franchises that have a following, I guess. The solo runs, yeah, those ones picked off pretty well, actually. I kind of just did them as almost a joke when I started, but they actually got a lot more views than I was ever expecting. The original, like, the actual quality of the original, my first run of FF1 NES solo, like, I really did not have a very high... Because I was streaming them at the time, and I had very low bandwidth at the old house. So, like, the actual video quality on those is kind of terrible. But that's still where a lot of people found the channel, sure. Same thing with my original Might Magic 6 Let's Play. The first one was from a very long time ago, back before I had a nice mic or better internet so I could upload. It was before YouTube even allowed, like, 60 FPS or anything. Robert came from Zelda 2. That's pretty far back, and that's pretty niche as well. At least it's part of the Zelda series, but I don't think Zelda 2 gets a lot of love. Yeah, the Gold Box games, I really do want to get back into those. Like, I played through the Pool of Radiance series first, because it's, in the timeline, it's earlier than the Kryn. Like, those games came out before the Kryn games. But when I was a kid, back on that Commodore 2000 I was talking about, the games I played the most were actually, I think the second Dark Knights of Kryn, I think that's the second one, or Champions of Kryn, whatever the second one is. There's 3 of them, it's a little trilogy. And that's the one I actually played the most of the old Gold Box games. There's also Savage Frontier, which is really quite hard and comes even after those. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything else outside of the UFO. Chrono Trigger LP. I think I did a pretty good job on Chrono Trigger. I did the DS version, and when I was doing some of the early DS Let's Plays for my channel, I had a pretty good setup for, like, video quality showing both screens that... I remember at the time when I started that, a lot of other channels had kind of... Well, in my opinion, kind of crappier setups. So I spent a lot of time trying to make it look nice. You know, switching to 16:9 kind of ratio from a dual screen setup is kind of weird. So I remember spending a bit of time trying to make it look okay. Yeah, Death Knights of Kryn. I don't remember the order. Like, there's 3 Kryn games. There's Death Knights, Champions, and something else, but I forget what the third name is. Anyway, oh boy, I'd like to get to those there's so many games I'd like to get to this year. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna have the time. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It seems like we've got a general older crowd for a lot of these live streams. Did any of you guys ever play the Dark Sun series of D&D games? There's 2 technically. I only ever really played the first one. It's a little bit more advanced than the Gold Box games, but still before Baldur's Gate and all that. Anyway, I grew up playing quite a lot of Dark Sun, so I'd like to do a Let's Play of that. It's another one of those probably very niche, not a lot of people even know about it kind of games. Champion, Death Knights, Dark Queen, that sounds right. I think Death Knight's the middle one that I spent the most on. Death Knight's the one that has that gigantic bazaar early on that you get lost in and crazy stuff happens. That was a fun one. Okay, the fire is almost gone. We'll just let it burn. You've never heard of them? Wow. Not everyone is an old tuber. But yeah, Dark Sun, if you've never heard of it, it's a very neat Dungeons & Dragons sort of module or campaign. It's on a different planet, but it's still sort of fantasy era, you know, technology and weapons. And I don't know, it's cool. It's kind of like a desert planet, and there's these insectoids with psionic powers and stuff. I just remember playing it a lot as a kid, so stuff like that has a lot of nostalgia for me. I haven't played it probably in like 20 years, so I'd like to give it another shot. And I might as well record it. The 33rd of December. Oh, you'll be 33. I see what you mean. Well, these games, when they came out, were... The console games were more targeted at adults than kids. So it wasn't like the Mario, Zelda, NES stuff. It was definitely more meant for mature audiences, even though they weren't like, you know, They weren't like Leisure Shoot Larry, but they were still more designed for adults than the Nintendo Sega consoles were. Alright, we're moving up. We're finally making some progress. We had quite a bit of dead time there. See, future tubers, this is the kind of stuff that I'd want to cut out, because not a lot happened in the last, like, 15 minutes. You clear the starting zone out, and then we just gotta carefully move across the entire map. We'll see how I feel next time. Blue LSL playthroughs? Is that Lunar Star or something like that? Or there's so many acronyms for games. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of some of these fences here. They're just gonna block our rocket. They won't really provide us with much useful cover. The farmers won't miss their hay bales. A perfect mission? Nobody died? Good job, team. Taking out an alien terror mission without any losses. Hades trying to earn back those points. If you guys hadn't given him that buffer, he wouldn't be able to bet like 100 points on these missions. A Zork LP? I don't think I played that one much as a kid. Most of the times when I'm thinking about older games, the only reason I really wanted to cover them is because I played them once long ago, and I kind of have a bit of a nostalgia trip to go back to. I've tried getting into good games from those time eras where I played similar games, but it's very difficult if you didn't play it at the time when it was new. Okay, so I'm thinking civilians, right? They're not seemingly coming out on their own, so let's throw a rocket on the door. Well, okay, they're coming out on their own now. Back from the 70s. Yeah, I've heard the name, I've heard of Zork, but I don't think I know the game at all. That was some Harridans and stuff in there. Let's cover with the tank here. Because I have a feeling that's not going to kill much or put much to sleep. Still got hit even through the tank. Crazy. Alright, what's going on back in that corner? Almiron can't see it. There is, of course, one dude right there. Tank? That'll do. That'll do, tank. He might have been out all this time, and I just never checked that one spot because we didn't get quite enough vision. Alright, let's move some people in a little closer. Siege Tank's doing a good job. Maybe we'll just blow open the doors a little bit. There's nothing we really need to capture or anything. The spin-off, Crusaders of Might and Magic. Well, that's the problem, right? If I didn't play them, then I don't really have a lot of calling for it. Not necessarily for streaming, just to play. Yeah, no, that... If I didn't have such a huge list of games I already wanted to play, it would be so much easier. And here I am playing another, like, 400-hour campaign, but... I don't know. It's how you know you're getting old. You've got more games you want to play than you can actually catch up with. Okay, I think it's time to move to the doors, or at least, you know, move to these kinds of positions. This has been a fine mission, nothing too crazy, right? I'm sure there's been a couple of mild injuries, but just for the fun side. I do know Dark Messiah, that's the first person role-playing. I've seen a Let's Play of that one, I think. I didn't particularly like it, but I haven't played it myself. Probably should not be doing this. Civilians are too good at reaction fire. Heyo. Alright, we'll try to do this without wasting a million turns and hours of our lives, but also not getting everyone killed. The civilian UFOs are probably one of the worst ones for this, just because of the close quarters flame counters, ignoring basically all of our armor. I'm nowhere near being old. I'm old for a gamer. I'm old for Twitch. I'm old for YouTube. That's more what I mean. And I think probably our audience is higher than... older on average than a lot of stuff you'll find on YouTube and Twitch. At least gaming related. Yeah, that was kind of the generation, right, Robert? Where, that was when those first-person kind of games started doing stuff like that, actually letting you, I guess it's kind of close to when, not too early, not too much earlier than when BioShock came out, started kind of the trend of, more than one way to complete a mission, or get through a zone. Average age for Minecraft is about 20. That's more than what it used to be. There was definitely a time when the average Minecraft player on live... The average Minecraft streamer viewer was probably closer to like 10. But, I mean, that game's been out for like 10 years as well now, right? So. Alright, in we go. Shotguns away. There is a guy right there, of course. I could... we might hit him. No, not even close. Shotguns out. $10 years. Yeah, that's funny, right? Makes you feel old. These games have been out for so long now. I haven't really played it a lot in a long time, but when Minecraft came out, like, it was pretty darn cool. And it still is cool, just for different reasons now. It's probably more treated like Mario nowadays, just because everyone knows what it is. Like, at some point they started letting kids play it at school, and that was when you knew something weird had happened. Okay, good try, Upsilon. Almost got that guy. Oh, we'll just throw some more miniguns at it, right? What's a little bit more minigun? I mean, people still play every game, I suppose. Mods, you know, I'm sure mods make a big difference keeping the series alive, but... well, or like randomizers. Which if you count randomizers as mods, Sometimes it's more the speedrunner community that keeps things going, I suppose. Alright, I suppose, instead of being lazy, let's throw some smoke down in front of these guys. Help keep the body count low. Roblox? I never even touched that one, actually. That's the problem. Like, there's just so many games these days, man. Like, I feel like that's one thing that's accelerated over time. Just the quantity of games coming out. Not necessarily the quality, because that's still up and down, but there was a time where it felt like I could mostly keep track of all the new games in a given year. It's not just because I was in, you know, college or high school or whatever, but like, I basically knew what was coming out that I was interested in. But lately, with all these, it's not just like all the different consoles and Steam and stuff, but it just seems like it just accelerates so fast now. Like, it would take, you know, hours and hours and hours of regular checks to actually even know all the games that come out this month. You know, you can keep track of some big ones, but there's just so many that would be potentially worth your time. So how do we want to do this? Flamethrower's not very safe, to be honest. Do you feel? I don't feel old. I would not typically call myself old. I only call myself old on YouTube as far as other YouTubers are concerned. We're gonna use Big Muhammad to scout it out. Teleporters. Always killing us. Alright, good news. No aliens guarding the teleporter. So now we can prep a little, I suppose. This is only the C team, so like they're kind of... I have to build them some better weapons. This is a little bit out of date. Fortnite. I have not kept up on any of the, whatever you want to call those, arena shooter type things. I was never interested in them in the first place, and it seems there's a new one every year anyway, so it's just not my thing. I was never really into competitive gaming in the first place, so when all those things started getting popular, never really paid any attention to them. Kerbal Space Program, that's one that I've watched some plays, Let's Plays of, but I've never actually gotten into. I've heard it's probably the kind of game I'd like, but just one of those ones on my backlog that I should try to get to one day, but have never had the time. I like math and science and stuff, so getting through all the complicated calculation bits is probably kind of fun. Or just experimenting and letting your guys explode. Alright. So this is it. Time for the breach. Do we have any of those cool charges in this team? We actually do! Almiron's got 2 shock charges. Well, maybe that's what we'll do. Where's Almiron? Alright, you throw those on the ground, because he can't actually turn them on. Big fat fingers in the power armor. So Dave can take 1. We're not really worried about capturing anything, so we can drop that on the ground and go with shock. And then someone on this side should also pick 1 up. Let's say... probably Sotaraz. Probably not using rockets here again. Same sort of argument as the other guy. Okay. I should play Monster Hunter... Monster Girl... Not Monster Hunter Girl Island. Monster Girl Hunter. The original Diablo... I've been actually itching to play some Diablo again. Either 1 or 2. That's been kind of... Just in the back of my mind. Like, that'd be nice. Oh, you know what we should do before we go up there is reload as well. Let's not be too lazy. No reason not to be fully loaded. I've had a long mission. Might as well prep up all the way. I even have a Let's Play for Skyrim. Just couldn't stay in it. Couldn't keep it going. Okay. Epsilon, your job will be to shoot the guy that's hiding behind that corner. Almiron, your job will be to open the door. On the other side, Big Muhammad, your job is to open a door. It's a very difficult job. Then, King Dimitri's job will be to shoot the guy hiding behind the door. Then, Sotaraz is going to throw... He's going to carefully throw this charge in there, depending on how I figure stuff out here. And on this side, we're going to have Dave throw it in on this side. The other guys might open the middle door if I feel like I want it. Yeah, Diablo 3 took way too long to come out, and then I could never get into it, really. Alright, here we go. Aliens all over the place. Alright, sure hope this works. Phase 1, kill the corner guards. Turn them to mush. That's a lot of damage. Same thing on this side, please. Okay, that part seems to work reliably. I like that. Now, I'm a little bit worried we're going to take some reaction fire just even moving. Yeah, but we survived. So now we can toss this in here, right? That's a pretty good throw. Only 165% to hit. Another reaction shot. So I think what I'd like to do is probably, like, remember last time all the aliens got their turn before it triggered, and that was really bad. So let's try to trigger this before that happens this time around. So fella, open a door, and he's going to toss another grenade in there that should set it off. Hopefully. These little things are kind of in the way, to be honest. We might need 2 grenades to do this. That was ineffective. Fella, not impressed. Panic mode. Throw all the grenades. Blue, can you sing? Not for you guys, no. Alright. Plan did not work. Backup plan is more charges. If I could set them to 0, I would. Am I ever going to actually get a turn here? Just stop, please. It's kind of hard to see where I want to throw it, to be honest. I guess that'll do. So, if I toss a grenade on it, do you think they'll all go? Well, here's hoping. Come on, boom, boom. I give that 9 out of 10. Not perfect, but that gets a 9 out of 10. So the Harridan seem to be kind of resistant to the shock damage, but everything else is down. We might be able to sneak a kill in here. Oh, man. Do it! Got him! And we didn't even kill Niflheimer. So there's only one left, and he's kind of far back. Yeah, we should be okay. I think he just fell asleep. Okay, that worked pretty good. A little bit resource expensive, just getting all those shock charges and grenades and stuff off, but that was pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. The miniguns on the corners and the charges in the middle, knocking them all out before they get to do too much. Sing us Telltale Heights. Telltale Heights doesn't have any lyrics, though. So Epsilon healed, but yeah, Soltraz still took some damage. So I guess we'll have to call that a close. Still hasn't had a flawless in a while, but I would say this probably suggests to me that the next run of large UFOs, we can skip one or two for the future tubers. Because this, I think I have a solution to the bridge now. It's not going to be perfect, but I think that will be reliable enough that usually no one will die. And that's mostly what I was trying to get around. It took us a while, but yeah, I think that'll manage. And it gets us a lot of corpses, or not corpses, a lot of captures. You know, we've got 3 soldiers, an officer, a couple Harridan, all from that last room. So that helps the fibers and stuff. All right. Meanwhile, Strike Corvette. Honestly, we're just... Okay, one thing I do remember that I was going to do. I was going to check if the numbers went down when we shot it down. It stayed the same. So this is how many aliens were on the UFO when it spawned. And then even after you shoot it down, it just says the same number. So there's probably slightly lower in practice. Now, if you did the mission while it was landed, I'd expect you'd see them all. But if you shoot it down, you should kill some of them by that. But we're not doing that mission. If Robert makes the lyrics, then Robert has to sing them. I think that's the rule. Okay, congratulations. You just took out 3 large UFOs. What do you do with yourself? Well, you interrogate this small base operator. It did not give us a data hack like I was hoping. We can look at this Reaper Rhino. You know what I will do though, for the future tubers, we're gonna put a cut here because that was a lot of larges all in a row. And next time we're gonna actually progress the game a little bit. I think actually do some research and some manufacturing. Hey there, Bone. Oh, there is one thing I might want to do. Do I want to deconstruct the cruisers or do I want to sell them? I think we're going to sell this batch. We're so far behind on our engineering and constructing planes that it's not going to happen for a while, and I'd rather have another million. So, yeah, I think, you know, that's where all that money came from right there. So now we've got a lot of money. That will help me fund my engineer corps, because we're going to build more engineers in our main bases. And in the spare bases, we are going to start building aircraft soon, I promise. I guess now that we've got a lot of money, I was always planning on having a 2x2 of plasma batteries. So let's build those. They're not that expensive, but they're not free. It's not really a 2x2, but the bases that don't have any soldiers in them, I figure 4 is probably a good number. And then if I want to build more radar, we can figure that out later on. Okay, so for real though, thanks for watching Future Tubers. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you next time for a little bit of actual time passage. Hopefully the aliens give us a little break. That was 2 waves of UFOs with only a couple days in between, and I would like to, like, there's not a ton to research, but I'd like to clean up some research and start actually banging out some new tech, or actually building some tech. And don't let me forget, C-Team really needs to build, like, this precision plasma rifle, and like, either I forgot to equip it, which is possible, or I forgot to build it. Oh wait, I just forgot to equip it. We had these plasma rifles sitting around. I didn't even... Okay. Clearly, Blue never makes any mistakes at all, ever. Nothing ever happens. Anyway, there's still weapons and armor to be built, although we're catching up slowly, and then Like, I want to build, like, one more shock rifle everywhere, stuff like that. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I will maybe do some of that base management between episodes and just let you know what I figured out. See you next time.